What's going on, everyone? Dark Synth here, and I am bringing you the Sagat guide finally, after I have spent some time with him and ranked. Got him to master, as you can see. I'm only at 1549. I've been struggling. New character, but I am going to show you all the basics that I can. I'm not going to try and go into like crazy advanced stuff. Maybe I'll save Oki for another video, but I'll just go over like his best buttons, what his strengths and weaknesses are, and maybe some combo and pressure structuring, and then we can call that a Sagat guide. Again, I'm just trying to keep this pretty basic, not too advanced, so that way you have an idea of how to play the Tiger King. So without further ado, let's just start. So let's just talk about Sagat's best normals to use in neutral. First, I want to talk about the range you want to play at for with Sagat, and it's right around here because his zoning's pretty good. But he also has pokes like standing medium kick. It's 11 frames startup. It's only -3. Good poking tool to just keep your opponent from walking at you. Crouching medium punch is pretty decent too. It's got decent range. It is special cancelable. You can go into a tiger shot, EX tiger shot. You can go into drive rush, and then go into your pressure from there. So this will be the button that you kind of like use for whiff punishing. And again, if you just land like a hit, even if it blocks, you're gonna be going into drive rush. Or you can try and chip out their meter with using EX low tiger shot. Crushing medium kick is also another good stop sign button, like standing medium kick. It's not special cancelable for good reasons. It's super long. But again, you just want to use it to check your opponent from walking in at you from around this range. Standing light kick is also another good button to use. It's 7 frames slower than your typical standing light kick. I know reuse is 5 frames. So you can like walk up and poke and maybe do like a low fireball or EX, or just, you know, prod your opponent. You can also, you know, drive rush cancel, so if you do land that hit, you can convert. You want to go into crouching jab though, but if you do... Oh, maybe you can't convert. You can still like use it and go in for a throw or whatever. Just be careful, because if your opponent is on alert, he will DP through it. Crouching heavy punch and standing heavy punch are both really good. They have super good range. Standing heavy punch goes slightly further than crouching heavy punch. The only downside is this isn't special cancelable. So if I try to go into fireball or something, it just doesn't come out. But it does have a follow-up, which is heavy kick. This is hit confirmable, so if you see the standing heavy punch connect, you can press standing heavy kick pretty late. I'll set the dummy to random guard just to show you. I pressed that super late. It's a really good hit confirm. You don't get much off it, but you could get like a drive rush in to get some ground covered. As for crouching heavy punch, this is going to be a good poking tool and good whiff punish. Just be careful because it's really slow and it has a lot of recovery. As you can see, it's 21 frames recovery. Very easy to whiff punish button. Same with standing heavy punch. It lingers out there for a while, so if your opponent is alert, they can get you. One normal I forgot to mention was Sagat's forward heavy kick. Now this is a high, much like his fireballs. You want to treat this like Akuma's standing heavy kick. However, it is only one normal, one hit, unlike Akuma's standing heavy kick. What you want to use this as is like a checking button if your like opponent's walking at you. You can try to use it and maybe get these plus frames. You're +4, which is wild. So you can like frame trap them with a jab, stand jab, or you can go into crouching medium punch, and then, you know, confirm, go into the combo, use drive rush, yada yada. Okay, so now we can talk about Sagat's fireball game. It's good, but I feel like Ryu has a slightly better fireball game, and I'm not gonna lie. I will be making a video comparing Sagat and Ryu, so keep an eye out for that. The thing about Sagat's fireballs is, of course, medium and heavy are high. So if we have Ryu crouch, we'll just go right under him, right? However, if you happen to catch your opponent walking at you, because, you know, they'll try to walk and block against Sagat, because you want to get in on him, and as Sagat, you do not want your opponent to get in on you. So, if you get your opponent to block a medium fireball, you can see the frame data down below, it is very plus. Like, super plus. It's plus to the point where if they try jumping at that range, they'll get caught with a heavy fireball. And I have a on block reversal, so the opponent can't even get his jumping frame started. It's so plus. You can also fireball trap with EX low fireball and regular. So you want to mix up like using his medium and heavy. As you saw, if I go low, he'll just jump it and then you'll get jumped in on and then eat a good combo. You don't want that. So also be kind of conservative with your fireballs. Don't, you know, just go all willy-nilly trying to throw fireballs without really thinking. You want to try to think about your pacing of your fireballs, you know, because what if your opponent jumps like that? You want to anti-air. So again, mainly try to start your fireball trap with a medium, and then you can use like an EX version, or you can throw another medium and then anti-air if they're around this range. I think you can even anti-air with a heavy right there, which I just tried. You can also do standing heavy kick. Yeah, Sagat's zoning's actually pretty decent. It's just he has high fireballs that can be ducked. So if the opponent does duck and they're at this range, they can just sweep you. Another cool thing is Sagat can confirm into his level 1 after an EX Tiger Shot from anywhere on the screen. So, okay, so you have to like notice the fireball is going to hit them and then buffer into level 1. But you can even do this, I believe. It's pretty easy to hit confirm into level 1, especially with EX. Because it just pops them up into the air. Maybe not. Yeah, you gotta use regular. Medium and heavy. So, medium and heavy is the mid, and then light and medium is below. Like I said, or I didn't say, not sure, medium and heavy is a lot slower. It's 21 frames, so be careful throwing this version out. It can be reacted to. 21 frames is definitely reactable, so if they see you glowing like that, they can just pop, jump over you, and get a full jump-in combo. So just be careful when zoning with Sagat. But since we talked about his normals and his zoning now, let's talk about what you want to use for anti-air. So he is a Shoto, obviously, but the thing with Sagat in this iteration is they made his heavy DP really slow at 18 frames, and it has the property of charging it, and if you charge it, you'll get that animation. But I'll set up a recording real quick and then just show you. Here I have Ryu jumping, and then I'm gonna try and anti-air him with a heavy DP. So the first time I kind of did it on prediction. So what you want to do is anti-air with medium DP or light. These are a lot faster. His light is 5 frames. His medium is 10 frames. You can even use EX if you want. It's 8 frames. But just go with light or medium. If you react a little late with medium, you can still get safe jumped and they will block it. So typically I have found better success with light DP. And then once they do jump, you can like throw a light fireball for some fireball pressure, or maybe even a medium and get that fireball trap going. Or you can get a dash up and then maybe throw a fireball. But yeah, that's typically what you want to use for an anti-air. You can also use a standing heavy kick, which is really good at most ranges too. Like the hitbox is at his thigh. So really good anti-air button. It doesn't juggle, unfortunately, but again, still another good option if you can't really DP. You know, you're not that great at anti-air DPs. That's okay, just use standing heavy kick. What about back heavy punch? I would say use this, but it trades a lot and loses. I think he can get a trade combo, and if you do anti-air with this, you gotta do it really early. Yeah. Okay, maybe not. You can't get that trade. You can't get a trade, unfortunately, but don't use back heavy punch. Use stand heavy kick and deep. Okay, so let's talk about how to pressure with Sagat. Typically, you know, you got your light chains, as most characters can do. And then you can end in like a fireball or something to try and get that drive chip. You can go crouch light kick, and then like a chain double jab. You can go crouch jab, stand jab. Crouching light kick -3, so if you're gonna do like a tick throw, do crouch jab, and then, you know, throw. And then you can start, like, if you notice your opponent isn't pressing anything after this, since it is -1, you can try to frame trap them with crouching medium punch if they're delaying a button, or maybe delay teching or something, and then you can confirm into drive rush from there. Or you can just end in like an EX fireball to keep yourself safe. I don't recommend canceling really into anything other than fireball, even Tiger Knee. I'll talk about his Jinrai later. So yeah, just keep your chains tight and safe. Now we can get on with his standing medium punch. This is +2 on block, and not a whole lot of characters have plus on block normals, so this is really good for Sagat. What you can do is do standing medium punch and then maybe frame trap with stand jab or crouch jab. So here, if Ryu tries to take his turn back after crouching medium punch, I can go into a hit confirm. And then you can go into a hit confirm from there and take him to the corner. Another thing you can do is, if your opponent is kind of just being defensive and not pressing anything, you can do standing medium punch and then do like a little micro walk and then do standing medium punch again. One cool thing about this being +2 is if you try to frame trap with it again, since it is 6 frames, it'll trade. So you can go for a trade combo. If they do press a button, you can go for a counter hit. You confirm with a crouch light kick and then stand jab. Crouch jab doesn't connect, so you gotta use stand jab. This is a really good button, by the way. But yeah, just use standing medium punch for your main pressure tool. You can even like tick throw them. It does space you out a little bit, so you can't go for an immediate tick throw. But again, if they're being defensive, or if you even condition them, condition them to like block after. So you do something like that, and then once they stop pressing after standing medium punch, you can walk in and throw. So for drive rush, I guess we can talk about drive rush pressure now. So if you drive rush cancel from a crouching medium punch, what you can do is go into the standing medium punch, which is +6, since it already is plus on block, which is insane. Or you can go into crouching medium punch, which is +3 on block. So what you can do from drive rush is crouching medium punch, standing medium punch, and then maybe like a stand jab after. So what we do if they try and press during either of these is we get a counter hit confirm. And you can go into crouching medium punch after a counter hit standing medium punch. I think you might even be able to go into back heavy punch, yeah. So if you get a counter hit off stand medium punch, you can hit confirm into back heavy punch and go for a huge damaging combo. You can also, you know, go for your tick throw. Why is he? Okay, yeah, his throw range isn't that great. What the hell? So yeah, you have to let him get a little closer than usual. Unless it's the block stun. I think it is. Yeah, you kind of have to delay it a little bit. But you can do that. You can do something with a bigger gap. Even though you're not plus. So yeah, you want to stick to mediums for your plus frames. And then if they try and like hold back right there. So here I have Ryu holding back for 30 frames. So if we do something like that. Oh, that's a true block string since it's so plus. So you can do crouching medium punch and then catch him with a crouch light, stand jab, hit confirm into a DP. So let's talk about his tiger knee. This can be decent as a neutral skip, but if your opponent knows how to deal with it, which is just standing up, they can make you unsafe. But let's talk about the good things about tiger knee as a neutral skip. So around this range, you want to use light kick. I found this is the max plus frames you can get to, is +2. You cannot get any more plus, and you can notice that you'll have plus frames by the screen shake. So you notice how the screen kind of shakes. Now if I have him stand up, it doesn't shake, and I'm minus. At most I'm 0. See, okay, you gotta do it at max range if you want plus frames, but this is why you want to catch them crouching, because he falls on top of them, and that's how he gets his plus frames. So you can go into like crouch light kick and then stand jab for a hit confirm, or you can go into standing medium punch, and again, if they try trading, they will get counter hit and then eat a whole bunch of damage. So these little trades are kind of important to know, not so much as a beginner, even though this is supposed to be a beginner guide. Like, this is still good info to have in your back pocket, maybe later on down the road. You could always come back to this video and watch again. Okay, so now we can talk about combo. Again, you want to use lights, your 3 hitting lights, so you can hit confirm. And you want to go into medium DP, otherwise if you do light, you will just whiff, and then your opponent will get you cash in damage. So you can go into medium DP or light. if you get a 2-hit hit confirm, you can go into Tiger Knee if they're standing. So if you notice they're standing when you're doing your block string, you can get that Tiger Knee and then push them to the corner. So if you get a counter hit on stand jab, you go into standing medium punch, and then you can go into another stand jab into DP. If you get a counter hit with crouching jab, you can go into standing or crouching medium punch, and then go into a DP or a Tiger Knee or EX Fireball. Counter hit, standing medium punch leads into back heavy punch. And then you can go for a Fireball drive rush combo that way. Another route he has is heavy Tiger Knee and then light DP. So back heavy punch for a little bit optimal damage, more optimal. I think also if they're crouching, it's, yeah, force standing, so that's guaranteed. For your DP Punisher, so say Ryu does wake up DP, you want to use forward heavy kick. This stuns him. And then you want to go into standing heavy kick, except you don't want the second hit to connect. So you want to go let the first hit connect and then cancel into quarter circle back heavy kick. And then a forward heavy kick which launches. That'd be your most damaging route, of course. Now we can talk about drive rush. Off of light, you want to go into crouch jab, and then crouching medium punch, and then you can go into an ender from there. From medium, so crouching medium punch, what you're gonna want to do is go into either standing medium punch, and then back heavy punch, or you can go into standing medium punch, standing heavy kick, and then go into the launcher route that way. And then you can end in heavy DP right there. If you drive rush cancel off of a crouching heavy punch, and they're standing, this is important. So if they're standing, you can get a forward heavy kick, but you can't if they're crouching, so you need to pay attention when you're hitting your opponent or you're whiff punishing them. So if you whiff punish like a crouching button, they're gonna be crouching. So you go into forward heavy kick from here, and then standing heavy kick, and then boosh. For juggles, what you can do is after back quarter circle back heavy kick, you can drive rush back heavy punch. Right there you've seen my heavy Tiger Knee whiff. What you want to do is slightly delay the Tiger Knee cancel. Then you can go into EX, or I'm pretty sure you can land medium DP there. Okay. There is kind of a just frame version for it. But otherwise, just land a light DP for your insurance so you don't whiff. But if they are crouching, you just want to go into standing heavy or heavy kick. And the thing with this standing heavy kick and drive rush is you can let both hits rock out and then go into heavy. I guess we can call it Jinrai. Oh, it's Tiger Nexus, that's right. So, and then you can go into the combo from there. One thing you can do with his juggles is after back heavy punch, you can go into a fireball, medium, and then go into that route. This is in the combo trials. The thing is, you want you want to be point blank. So if you do something like this, It's pretty strict. But what you can do if you want to make it a little easier. So say we get a counter hit. We can do a drive rush, crouching medium punch, heavy punch, which is his target combo, and they will ground bounce. Then you can go into a heavy tiger knee or even a heavy DP. If you do hit confirm standing heavy kick though, out of drive rush, you want to make sure to use EX Tiger Nexus, otherwise it won't connect. And then you won't spend 3 bars drive rushing either, and you'll still get the juggle. I messed up, but you get it.